So, good evening, or I'd say good morning, the decided world. It's me, the Robster, the MNL48, bringing you a new vlog. And if you've seen the title yet, it's my experience at the 2022 MNL48 Virtual Handshake Event. Yes! They finally brought it back. Yes, not since 2020, August of 2020, I believe, since we did that last one. And at least I finally got over my how to say this disappointment back in December when they announced a mini handshake event, which at first I thought was virtual, but when I read it correctly, it's not virtual. It's almost like I said, how could they do this to us? Those who are on Team Malayo, and I'm probably the furthest of them all, since I'm across the Pacific. Yeah, but I'm glad that they finally brought it back, so I could finally meet the girls once more. Okay, so what was I supposed to say here? This year, I'm going to be meeting all 30 girls. Well, at least that was the plan. Yeah. Why all? Okay, I guess that's the big question. Everyone seems to wonder when I actually did it. Yeah. So why see all of them? Okay. So yeah, going back to the 2020 virtual handshake event, I decided to just to virtual handshake 20 of the girls. However, I only was able to do 19 because one of the girls there, Isabel, because of technical difficulties, she went over her schedule or time, and I was actually in the waiting room. I believe I told this story before. Yeah, I was in the waiting room waiting for my turn to be called, but then they kicked me out, and probably not just me, but several others, people who are waiting for Isabel, because it just went over too long, so they had to cut it. Yeah, much to my disappointment. Okay, so as I mentioned, so my plan was 20 girls, turns out to be 19, because how do you call this? Though during that time I could actually see all 44 girls in the in ML48 during that time. However, I kind of like hesitated and erred on the side of caution. Kind of like followed the saying, just because I can doesn't mean I should. So I kind of like held myself back. Didn't just sing 44 girls. I just did 20. Turned out to be 19. Okay. So because I said to myself, oh, I'll just see them next time. Okay. So it took a while for that next time. But during that time, that long time between virtual handshake events, let's see here. 24 of the girls that I wasn't able 24, the total girls that I wasn't able to see was 25, to be precise, 25. Oh no, wait, 24? Yeah, let's make sure. Yeah, 25. Okay, so 25 girls during that time in 2020. Okay, so during that span of time, 13 of those members left the group or graduated, so to speak. Okay, so I wasn't able to now virtual handshake or at least meet these girls during that time. Okay, so those girls were Alice, Ems, Sam, Alyssa, Niall, Eka, Ali, Trish, Bray, Mari, Ice, Kyla, and Sella. Okay. Okay, so which was a shame. However, I was able to meet some of these girls during Kumu. Yeah. Okay. It wasn't face to face, but I was able to, meet them in a proper sense. Okay. Much like, so I met in Kumu, Alice, Ems, I got to know on Twitter because I bought her photo book. Yeah. Sam, I was able to meet her in a Zoom farewell party. Yeah. And so Alyssa, I got to know on Kumu, Niall on Kumu, Eka on Kumu, and on TikTok Live of Bell. Okay. And Ali on Kumu and Grace's Kumu Live. Yeah. And Bray also on Kumu, Mari on Kumu, Kyla on Kumu, Ice, I got to talk to her on IG. Yeah. On Instagram. Yeah. And yeah, so So out of these 13 girls, two I haven't actually formally met. I guess Trish and Sella. Okay. All right. So out of those 25 girls uh, that I did not virtual handshake with. Okay. So let's see here. So those who are still in the group: Isabel, Amy, Cole, Andy, Shecky, Claire, Dana, Jamie, Lara, Miho, Ella, and Francis. Okay. So I said to myself, never again. Okay. So I'm going to take this opportunity to virtual handshake every member on this virtual handshake event. Okay. Yeah. So in the process of the first day, there's actually 2 days. Oh, before I go on that, it's kind of like this was like a big surprise to us. Okay, so let's say the virtual handshake, they announced it's going to be Friday and Saturday. So the news came to us like on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday night there in the Philippines. This was like Wednesday morning to me. So I had like 1 or 2 days to prepare myself, to buy the tickets and to get ready during that short span of time, which was like it's almost like the same thing happened at the mini handshake event. It's like how many days was it? Maybe a week, yeah, or less than a week that the MN Loves over there had to prepare, get the tickets and all that. But yeah, I don't know what HHE is thinking, but despite this, I'm thankful that they did the virtual handshake event because this is what I really needed. Okay, I really need. Okay, so because we're still in the time of COVID, the pandemic, and slowly but surely it seems to be going away because there seems to be less talk now around the world regarding it. So I guess this is the start of something, especially that they're able to do. At least their unit, Baby Blue, is able to do a mall show now after around just 2 years, just over 2 years of this, social distancing stuff. Okay, so I bought the ticket. So the first day, I bought 25 tickets. Yeah, 25 tickets. So I'm going to like equally, well, maybe not equally, but give to which members, or on day on day one and day two. So I have no idea because they didn't release the lineup yet during that time. So I have no idea how many members were they're gonna do. At first thought, I thought it's gonna be like 15 members on the first day, 15 members on the second day, so that equals 30 because that's the number of members total on MNL48. Okay, so as soon as I bought the tickets, yeah, and then they released, I saw the lineup release. Okay, which is almost like instant. So that's like almost a day before the actual Friday, the first day of virtual handshake event. Okay, so what was funny is when I looked at the lineup for day one and day two. Okay, I noticed that on day two, which was actually 12 girls and 17 girls on the first day, 12 girls on the second day. Okay, so it was funny that I only counted that's 29. Okay, so I looked at the second day and I noticed that Jamie was missing. Okay, so that kind of surprised me. What, Jamie's not gonna be coming to the handshake event? Okay, and then later on, someone told me that Gia was missing from the first day. Yeah, and I actually looked at it, and she wasn't. Okay, which kind of surprised me too. So she isn't going either. Okay, and the third surprise was I noticed Clarille was on both days, so she gets to do it twice. Okay, so yeah, so it turns out I think on the first day there's like let's say an error. Okay, so I have no idea why no one like proofread or checked it out before they actually released the photo of that lineup. So Clarilla was not supposed to be on the second day; it's supposed to be Jamie. Okay. Okay, I just learned that I think during the time of the before the second day started. Okay, so yeah, so going back, so yeah, so looking at the lineup here, Okay, for the first day. Okay, so maybe we should just go through them what my experience is. Oh yeah, before that, I'm not sure if I'm going to be talking the whole way uh, regarding my experience with the virtual handshake event. If I'm going to go like full from beginning to end on both days, or I'm going to have to piece it out as a part one and part two. But we'll get to that and see how I feel about it. Okay, once I get through this. Okay, so so I'm actually wearing the same white sweatshirt during that first day. Okay, all right, and same area too. This area right here. Okay, all right. So so let's get to it. Okay, so oh, at first, so regarding the tickets, I thought you had to bind the tickets with the ML48 app, like they did during the first time they did the virtual handshake, and I couldn't do it because it seemed that the numbers are different, and I kind of like emailed HHE so regarding that, and he said you didn't need the app. Oh, and also since the first virtual handshake event was done through Zoom, they did differently this time using Google Meet, okay, which is a new um, I guess service to them. So I was kind of wondering why they did that because sometimes new things have new problems. Yeah, because during the first virtual handshake event, there was a lot of technical difficulty on the first day, especially in the first member we were supposed to meet, which was Lainey. It took some time before we could actually talk to Lainey. Yeah, and because of that, it kind of like cascaded the schedule. Most of Lainey's time got occupied Isabel's time, and Isabel went overtime because of that. And henceforth, the first story I told you regarding that, I was able to meet Isabel because of that. Her lungs, she went overtime her schedule, and not all of us got to meet her during that time. Yeah, so Google Meet was almost kind of like almost the same thing. Yeah, it was kind of like took a while for us to actually meet the first member. Okay, so let me go on to going through individually the members I met. So yeah, so there's 17 girls, right? Okay, so first up was CJ, yeah, third gen member. Okay, so I used one ticket for her, which is 20 seconds. Yeah, same as the first VHSE. Okay, so I got in there. Okay, and I met CJ, and so CJ was talking. Okay, so I was about to ask her something regarding her art thing, and I think she didn't hear me because she kept talking. But yeah, despite that, uh, CJ was like, this is the first time actually seeing her in the pigtails, yeah, like that. So she was cute, and yeah, before I could say anything else, time's up. Okay, so God, I just realized, oh my God, 20 seconds is fast. It was really fast. I kind of forgot how fast it was till now. Okay, so there you go. So after CJ, coming next is Charm. Okay, and then, okay, get this. So turns out Charm was not available. I think due to unfortunate circumstances, she could not be at the virtual handshake. So I don't know what happened there. Okay, so if anyone knows, please comment. Yeah, leave a comment there to figure out, because I think I was asking her during her live, but she kind of like skipped my question during those two lives that I was on her and Kumu. Yeah. Okay, so with Charm not there, we immediately went to Rhea. Yes, one of my favorite members. Okay, so yeah, so I used 3 tickets for Rhea, which is takes so that's 60 seconds, which is a minute. Okay, let me pause this for a bit. Okay, there you go, I'm back. Yeah, so I actually forgot 2 things to do. One, turn on the music, the background music, and I forgot to get the prop. So this is regarding Reyes, my time with Rhea. So I got a minute with her, so yeah. So looks like she wore extensions for her hair, and she colored her hair black. Okay, dyed her hair black. Okay, so still cute, and actually did the minute thing so I could introduce her to someone, which is this guy. Okay, this is the prop that I just grabbed in the closet. Okay, yeah, so this is very, actually told her about it. So this bear was actually very special to me because It was given to me at the hospital back in December 2019, and it was given to me because during my stay at the hospital for a blocked intestine, yeah, and I was supposed to get an operation to get that unblocked, but I was able to let everything out before they cut me open. And so that happened, I think, the Saturday. So Sunday was actually December 16th, which was my birthday. And then when they took me to X-ray, the X-ray technician found out it was my birthday because she read the chart, and I guess she informed the hotel staff. I went to my room, and they gave me a birthday card as well as this bear. Okay, so yeah, so this is actually that was actually the first time that I celebrated my birthday in the hospital. Okay, so this bear was kind of special, and during that time, since 2019, I never actually gave a name to the bear, and then since I met Rhea, and her fan club knows the Rhea bears, so I decided to name this a Rhea bear. Okay, so I introduced Rhea to my teddy bear, to Rhea bear, and actually when I go back to the Philippines, I'm gonna give this to Rhea. Yeah. So hopefully she's still with the group when I actually give this to her. And she already mined this, so this is hers already. Okay, there you go. So yeah, so that's a nice story. Okay, so let me just put you down over here, Rhea Bear. Okay, so yeah. So to continue, I went with Rachel. I believe I used I'm not sure if I used 2 or 3 tickets on her. Yeah, maybe just two tickets, so that's 40 seconds. Yeah, so she went out with her usual greeting, "Hello, Mama Haliko." her very cute and effective catchphrase. So yeah, so also another third gen, and I guess you could say one of my Oshis as well, because I really like her Kumu lives. It's very there's a step-by-step process of her doing her Kumu lives, and I enjoy it so much because there's always the goal, but to reach that goal you have to reach the achievement so she can actually do that goal. And always the aim is to reach up to 100,000 diamonds so she could do her actual talent, which is magic. Okay, so yeah, nice to meet Rachel face to face for the very first time. Okay, and next up was G. Okay, so G. Okay, I only used 1 ticket on her, and yeah, so very, the very pretty G, and yeah, so I actually told her that. When we saw each other, yeah, on virtually, of course, and yeah, she's very thankful for that because there's no doubt that G is a very pretty lady. Okay, yeah. So moving on is Liza. Okay, so Liza as well. Okay, so we got to talking a little bit. Only 1 ticket for her that I had to use. Okay, and also, from the looks, she was very prepared for this VHE, much like G. And I also called her, "Oh, you look very pretty today." Yeah, she's very thankful for that. Yes. Okay, so next one. Oh, by the way, they started the VH with CJ. She started their time 1 p.m., which is 10 p.m. my time. Okay, so looking at the schedule, the last member should end at 5 p.m. tentatively. Okay, so looking back at that, it should be like 2 a.m. my time. It should have ended. Okay, but surprise, surprise, it did not work that way. Okay, but I'll tell you about that later. Okay, so next up after Liza is Rihanna, and I used I believe I used 3 3 tickets for her. Yeah, I think 3 tickets. Okay, and before that, actually during the wait time, I was actually in the general chat of the NECA guards. Yeah, I guess we were just talking about regarding VIrtual Handshake and who are we gonna see, and I kind of mentioned that I'm gonna be seeing all of them like that. Yeah, and I got a message from actually Rihanna's fan club, the Rihannites. Yeah, and I decided to join their GC. So technically, I'm now a Rianite or a Caballero, and their the members of the Rianites kind of like messaged me saying that mention to Rihanna. Just like I think they asked me, I was gonna say Rihanna. Yes, I said yes. Okay, so make sure to mention to Rihanna that you're now a Caballero. She's gonna be happy when you say that. Okay, so I kept that in mind. So when my time came with Rihanna, that 1 minute. So yeah, so I kind of like uh, told her that yeah, oh Rihanna, I'm now a Caballero, and yeah, she was so happy that that another Rianite or Caballero was added to her fan club. Just me, yeah. So yeah. So there you go. So next up was Claril. Okay, with Claril I used one ticket, yeah. So because she's kind of like a little mystery to me, a mystery girl of the third gen. So I guess I just want to be cautious. I don't want any awkward moments, unfortunately. Okay, so I was up with Claril, and uh, I kind of mentioned that I'm Lock Robster, yeah, because I guess she doesn't know that Robbie Mendoza and Lock Robster are the same people. Oh, and she just realized that, and I think she mentioned the name of her club if I was a part of it, and I said no, and she kind of like I don't know, she got that's I kind of get the feeling she had a look of disappointment that I was not, and I kind of like followed that up, and I said no, should I be like that? And I noticed she kind of clammed up. So oh my god, did I disappoint her? I never actually. When I went to her Como, she did notice me there, but I think I was too afraid to ask what she meant during that very brief 20-second conversation we had on the VHSE. So I think, yeah, I felt like I disappointed her. But in Kumo, when she saw me on her Kumo Live just this morning, my time, of course, that, she was kind of like happy that I was there. Yeah. Okay. And it was her last live on Kumo. Okay. So maybe we should just forget about that. Yeah, I just feel like disappointed I saw in her face when they said no. Ugh, okay. So, you guys have any idea, what she talked about? Because she said something about, I think that's her fan club, actually. So, I'm not sure what the name is because I guess I was just too mesmerized to hear it, to hear the name properly, like that. Just excited and all that. But yeah, just guys let me know in the comments. Okay. Okay. So, next up after Clear was Amy. Okay, so I actually reserved 2 tickets for Amy. And then Coach Mia is actually the moderator of the this virtual handshake event. Okay, I'll talk more about Coach Mia later. Again, they were informed that due to unfortunate circumstances, she could not she could not join the virtual handshake event. To my disappointment, so I really want to see her. So yeah, so I missed her during the first virtual handshake event. Now I missed her again in this year's virtual handshake event. Yeah, I later learned that she was actually celebrating the 3rd anniversary of her fan club, the Aminamics. Yeah, so that's why she couldn't come. And I think after the virtual handshake event, she had the Kumo live, and actually joined in. I think that the tail end of her Kumo live, and she was happy to see me. And back then I didn't know what the reason was. She was in the virtual handshake. I believe in the chat I asked her the question, but she wasn't able to answer because she was saying goodbye and all that. Yeah, so I learned later that's because of the 3rd anniversary. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I guess maybe next time, Amy. Okay, I believe she's gonna have her last live later today. Yeah. Okay, so after Amy comes Kath. Okay, yes, one of my favorite 3rd gen members as well. Okay, so I believe it gave 2 tickets to Kath, so that's 40 seconds. Okay, so we were getting to talking there, and I kind of mentioned to her, sigaw mo nga Darna. Okay, so yeah, sumigaw nga siya Darna. She asked why. Okay, so I kind of like said That's a clue na kung anong bibigay ko sa'yo sa Kumu on your next Kumu live. You know, everyone knows that in Kumu live there's like the Ibong Adarna. Yeah. So I kind of like it's not really it's not like I really promised it, but it's in the back of my head because she kind of mentioned that she wanted that from me. Yeah. Uh, and I did give it to her. Unfortunately, during her Kumu live, I think because I was lagging, when I gave her that, she did not see it on her end, but I saw it, and all the other MLOs saw it on our end. But she didn't see it, so that's why she didn't react properly, which is like a shame. So, so her last live is, I believe, today as well. Yeah, later today. Yeah. Uh, so I'm yeah, so I just visit her and see, what happens. Maybe, just maybe. I'm just gonna put it that. Okay. So moving on to so after cat is Miho. Okay. So Miho, I'll give one ticket. Okay. Okay. So of every member, I can tell you this right now. Of every girl or member on the first day, get this. Miho was the one that impressed me the most. She was so amazing to talk to. Yes, despite we only had 20 seconds, it feels like that she was able to say everything that she needed to say to me, and I was able to say everything I need to say to her. Yeah, within the 20 seconds span, which was amazing. Yeah, I like the way she really spoke, and she kind of mentioned that that she knew me as Lock Robster, that she watches my vlogs, yeah, and all that, and she was kind of like excited to meet me for the first time face to face, virtually, of course. And get this, she called me cute. Oh man, there you go. Yeah, so yeah, cuteness is always a bonus. Yeah, like what happened in the first VHG. So yeah, so Abby was the first one. So in this virtual handshake, Miho was the first one. But yeah, and I also mentioned like towards the end of this 20-second talk, I kind of mentioned to her that I plan to react to one of her vlogs. Yeah, so that's going to actually be the third spotlight I'm going to be doing for her. Yeah, on my channel, and she's so happy and seems to be looking forward to it. Okay, so yeah, so thank you, Miho, for that experience. I didn't really, it's really surprised me. Yeah, finally meeting you, and you're so amazing. If you get to watch this, yeah, I'm telling you right now. Yeah, and to all those Miho fans, yeah, the Mihomies, and all that, and yeah, if let her know that. Okay, that I really find her very amazing. Yeah, during that 20 seconds, like, wow. Okay, didn't really expect that. Okay, okay, next one. Moving on to that, her fellow Orion, Claire. Okay, so I gave one ticket for that. Same thing as Miho. Okay, so yeah, so when I got on, to me, Claire was like talking immediately, like saying, "Oh yeah, you're like Robster," like that. And okay, one problem is her camera was not on. Yeah, so I had to tell her, Claire, I can't see you. Yeah. So okay, hindi mo nakikita like that. So yeah, so the others were able to get her camera on there. There you go. So yeah, so probably I got to properly see her. Yeah, for the first time, virtual, of course, and yeah, and I believe in Kumalai when I kind of like dropped by on her last live. Yeah, she kind of mentioned that. She kind of mentioned in not so many words na in Tagalog na panislaw ay kundi niya pala ako makita. Yeah, so yeah. I mean, technical difficulties happen. Yeah. I believe I also heard from one MNL Casper that during his talk with Rhea, the audio cut out. Yeah, so he could only communicate her through chat. Yeah, so and Casper is really a big follower and a fan of Rhea. So yeah, so unfortunately technical difficulties happen. But yeah, okay. So moving on. So after Claire, let's see. There we go. After Claire came JD. Yes, JD. So I believe I used one ticket. Yeah, one ticket for JD. So 20 seconds. Yeah, and so yeah, so she remembered me, and she remembered that me and Lock Robster are the same. Yeah, because I think in my old thought that because uh, I thought she thought that Lock Robster and Robin those are the different person, but yeah, she realized that. But I think it's because during that time because just this during the first virtual handshake they were all in their individual homes. Okay, this year they're all in the HHE office. Yeah, because I noticed that actually I noticed it on the second day that when Coach Mia is talking to us in the waiting room, I could hear a member speaking in the background. Yeah, so they were all together in one room. So I'm suspecting that that word gets around since they're all in one room. They could hear the name of the person, and I guess if they find out who this person is with their name on Kumu, like me, Lock Robster, I guess it gets spread around. Oh, Roy Madasa, probably like that. That's Lock Robster on Kumu, like that. So I'm assuming that's how JD found out. Yeah. But anyway, okay. So with JD, her question was, "You always find me funny. You always come. You always laugh." I send her like laughing emojis, laughing virtual gifs on her Kumu, laughing emojis. Yeah. Oh, because she's really funny. Because you're a funny girl, and I kind of told her that it's very hard for people to make other people laugh, and you're a natural at it. So yeah, so that's a good thing. Yeah. So that's pretty much the gist of what we talked about, and I'm glad to have seen her again. Yeah. Okay. And let's see here. So next one was Francis. Okay. So next one, I only used one ticket for Francis. Yeah, and so when we finally met, yeah, she immediately said, "Oh, you're Lock Robster," like that. And she's very thankful that I visit her lives. Yeah, I think though when I visit her, I think she's one of the few members that I visit the least. Yeah, because I guess you could say because she's not my Oshi, like that, and like say not my favorites, which I mean, that does that make me a bad person? You know, if I have favorites and those who are not my favorites, I don't really visit much, but I try as much um, to visit every member. To like say equal the balance. Yeah, because there's some members that I always visit, and there are times that I said, "Oh, I've already seen this member the other day, so I'll just see this other member." Yeah, so Francis is one of those members that I try to see when if she's available that particular day. I would see her. Yeah, and despite that, she's very appreciative. Okay, so at this point, yeah, Frances has the longest line. Yeah, of Evan Loves during her time. Yeah, no doubt. And we were, and it's almost like I during the general chat. Yeah. But am I missing somebody? Oh yeah. Okay. No. 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 Okay. During the general chat. Yeah. With the Neko guards, I almost kind of like became a correspondent because they were asking, "Is Francis over?" So I would tell them because I would look in to see if she was almost done or anything like that. Nope. She still has like 20 plus uh, fans on her line, and whoa. Okay. There, her time was so long it almost like how to call this encompasses Diane's time, and even maybe Dana's time. Yeah, for that's how long her line was. Okay, so I'm not sure during that time of a wait. I think it was before that. I didn't even know first that it was Coach Miya who said that. Oh, Robbie, you look cute. was kind of surprised by that. And so yeah, Coach Mia, sometimes when we were just waiting in the waiting room, we're all serious. Me, Unupi was there, and she kind of mentioned, before I could put you guys in the room, you guys smile. And yeah, we all, because, I was kind of surprised that she did it. So we smiled before we actually get in the room, because we all have nice smiles, she says. Okay. And she also kind of mentioned that, oh, Roby, it's nice to meet you, like that. And she kind of mentioned that I'm her new BFF. So yeah, it was nice to meet Coach Mia. I recognize Coach Mia from all the videos, especially in high school. She was one of the teachers in high school. Yeah. And I believe in the videos in Japan, or in the Japan videos, I noticed her too. So yeah, so it's almost like the constant, how to call this, mother of the members. And it was really nice to meet her. Yeah. And I believe she also asked me if I was going to come in tomorrow for the second day of Handshake. Yeah, because I think she knows I was seeing all the girls. Yeah, at that point, and I said yes. Yeah, you'll see me tomorrow. Yeah. Okay, and so yeah, so at this point, Frances has the most, most MLabs to line up for her. Okay, so when that long time was over, it now comes up to Deanne's turn. Okay, so I use 3 tickets for Deanne. Okay. Okay, so ignore that beep. Okay. So yeah, so for Deanne, oh, she's really radiant or glowing. I mean, she's not the sunshine of MNL48 for nothing. Yeah, she wore this very, very, uh, very pretty dress. Yeah, for this occasion. And yeah, so during that minute of thought, how to call this? She remembered me from last time, from the last VHSE. And I kind of mentioned to her, I believe she's one of the few members that, at this point, yeah, the only one that didn't know that me, Robbie Mendoza, and Lock Robster are the same. So I had to tell her that, oh, okay, that I'm Lock Robster. Okay, so at this point, we were actually talking English. Yeah, actually talking English. And I believe, oh, I kind of mentioned that, no? She mentioned the time, because I said it was in Los Angeles, and I mentioned at that point it was like almost 3 a.m. Yeah, on my time, and she said, "Oh, it's very late there," and I said in Tagalog, "Puya tanto." Oh, then she realized I spoke Tagalog. Yeah, and I think at that point I said that, "Oh, I'm Lock Robster. I'm also Lock Robster." So yeah, because during one kumu when I was in her live, yeah, I was speaking English to her, and nahirapan siya mag-English. Tapos sinabi, Tagalog ka na lang. Ganun. So yeah, then so I guess at that point she realized that I was the same person, and it's not like I was like tricking her. I just, my first language is English. That's all. And Tagalog comes later. If she asks, if you ask me, nagtatagalog ka pa, sasagot ang Tagalog. Yeah. So yeah, fun talk with Leanne. Okay. Yeah. And believe me, her last few Kuma lives is really, glowing. Yeah. And it's no different here. Yeah. Okay. So next up was Dana. Okay. So yeah, one of my favorites. So I used 3 tickets on her. Yeah. So that's 1 minute, and she's kind of happy that I used 3 tickets for her. Yeah. And first time meet face to face, and she appreciates my time giving my time with not just her but with all the other girls. Yeah. And yeah, it's fun seeing her, because she was one of those members that I missed, that I actually planned on seeing during the first VHSE, along with Claire. Yeah, along with Claire from Team M2. But I decided to cut them, like scratch out their names from my planned watches. I only had like I said, I was going to see 20 members. I forgot how many tickets I had at that point, because I was planning to double up. That's why. I mean, I was going to use like 1 ticket for every member. It's only just 20 seconds. So I wanted to talk more to certain other members. So unfortunately, Claire and Dana were one of those members that I had to scratch out from my list that I wanted to see. Yeah, but now I was able to make up for that, and now I got to see both of them here in this year's VHSE. Okay, and lastly, okay, is Cole. Yeah, Baby Tower. Okay, so I use one ticket for her. Okay, so immediately when she comes up on camera, she says, "Teka lang, you're Lock Robster, right?" Like that. Yeah, and I'm assuming that because that she heard it from the other girls that they knew who I was, and I think word is spreading, at that point since they're all in one room. And yeah, and also she is very appreciative of me coming there to see her, and visiting her Kumu lives. Yeah, and yeah, it's pretty much the gist of what we talked about each other. Yeah, so yeah, there you go. So out of the 17 girls scheduled today, at that point I only got to see 15. Yeah, so Charm and Amy were on the schedule but were not able to come, and then that's not even counting Gia, who wasn't in the schedule at all. So I have no idea why Gia was not uh, did not come. So maybe there's something going on. If you MN Loves know, please do comment. Let me know what happened. I missed Gia's live the other day, so I'm not sure if that was her last live or is she gonna have a last live later on today. But I'll see if I can catch it. Yeah, I think it might be hard because it might coincide with the what do you call this? The advanced screening and the meet and greet. Yeah. So well, we'll just see what happens. Okay. So that is that is day one of the virtual handshake event. Okay. Whew. I feel so tired talking talking all of that. Okay. So since I'm feeling that way, I guess I just have to catch my breath. So this is now part one. Yeah, part one of my experience with this year's 2022's MNL48's virtual handshake event. Okay, look forward to part two. I'm losing my voice. Okay, so look forward for part two. Let me just get some rest, and in maybe in a few minutes, I'll be uploading that as well. Okay, well, shooting that and then upload it. Okay, and with that, look forward to part two. It's not over yet, guys. See you.